Mahathir says poverty will drive Malaysia's Malays to sell their land and share Singapore's fate.
What the hell is wrong with this Mahathir, huh? So old, still living like an old man. Why is he still alive? He's supposed to be dead at his age rather than still having sour grapes, dreaming about talking Singapore belongs to Malaysia? Ridiculous! Malaysia is supposed to be a great nation and a country, but since Mahathir took over Malaysia in the year 1981, many Malaysians Malays become financially poor, while others, especially the Chinese, who are not given any privileges, have to struggle to work all the way out on their own independently to make life better. Mahathir is just feeding a lot of lazy, corrupt pigs in the governments, and this is why Malaysia is not growing, not even prospering, okay? And I'm right to say that the hardworking, successful ones want to get out as soon as possible. The reason is very simple and obvious. They know the country is full of corruption, and the government is just literally asking them for money to pay this and pay that like daylight robbery, instead of finding a solution on how to get the poor out of their poverty. The people are paying the government, but the government is doing nothing for the people. How many free public dollars are there in Malaysia? And even they are free, they stink. And there are so many people always bring illegal drugs to Singapore almost every day. This is why Malaysia is always poor. It's only when Najib became the Prime Minister, business in Malaysia started to boom and employment improved. But too bad he got caught in his corruptions because his wife was too much of a showing off, and also he's the type where he see young women, he'll drool, because his downfall today. But what did Mahathir do for Malaysia after he got rid of Najib? Nothing but stirring trouble and nagging like a dead old man that Singapore is part of Malaysia. He's obviously very jealous because he see how rich Singapore is. Blame on himself. Malaysia has so many natural resources and people over there are intelligent. But for all these years under the hands of that dead old man, he's just making Malaysia like shit. And the country is becoming more conservative and even outdated to the global business trend. Whereas Singapore has become successful even though it's a very small country with no resources. So it doesn't make sense, right? The equation is wrong. Malaysia is big but it couldn't make money, but Singapore small makes money. It doesn't matter how big the country a person wants, but how much he could do with it. Obviously, there is something wrong with the Malaysian government. So no matter how big Malaysia is, it's still a dirty old shit country, according to what Mahathir was trying to say. The country has strawberries, rice plantation, chickens, pigs, cow, fish, and so many things. Even produces cars, but still a shit country simply because of the corruption. If nothing to do with corruption, then tell me what is that? Where did the money go to? Because Malaysia is a shitty, poor country like what he described, he literally blames Singapore but not himself to tell people again that it's not his fault to make Malaysia become shit. Totally ridiculous and irresponsible of him. During the 1960s, he was the one telling Lee Kuan Yew, "You and Singapore, the island is useless and Singapore is shit. If you want, you take it and get out of Malaysia." And after that, he secretly laughed by himself. "I finally got rid of those Chinese. Let's see how they could survive on that shit. Better let them die in hunger and eat shit." But today, Singapore became rich and his eye turned green. Whose fault? He was the one looking down on Singapore first. Now Singapore has prospered and you feel like he wants to take it back. Stupid old man. It's just like I don't want this piece of shit, but then I give it to you. And later you wash the shit so clean and later found inside is a diamond. Can't tell you to give me the diamond but keep the shit. Stupid, right? And Mahathir is totally a shitty person. Malaysia is supposed to be a place of gold, but it's made Malaysia a piece of shit. If Malaysia is rich and Singapore is poor, I don't mind you say that Singapore is part of Malaysia. But now should we use this kind of shit to stain the diamond? Leave down comments, hit subscribe and share.